Yeah, hi folks. Now, as you all know, One News is the main propaganda arm for the New Zealand Labour Party, and everything they do and say is for their benefit. Now, even when their own poll was devastating for the Labour Party last week, they continue telegraphing to their own supporters how they can help the party. But first, here's an interesting snippet from Cross Rubicon the other day.
A friend of mine, I'm not going to tell you where he lives or which town or city. He is in New Zealand, but he applied for a job in the voting booths for the elections this year in New Zealand. And so he went before an interview panel. The money wasn't great, but basically they're going to stand in the voting booths where people come in and they're going to check people in, check people out, whatever. But during the interview process he went through, he was asked about what he thought of the Waitangi Treaty. And what relevance has the Waitangi Treaty got for people who are applying for a very short-term job, working in a voting booth?
Absolutely nothing.
In New Zealand. Now, the reason I can only think of would be that they only want Maori activists and super woke white wet bus tickets and people who believe in the new fake treaty that these Maori radicals say is true now, and because Maori have been here for thousands of years now. They didn't come here in the 13th century. They've been here for thousands of years, apparently. This is the new revised history of New Zealand that they're driving in our schools and universities. And if you say it's not true, you're racist. But why was my friend asked about what he thought of the Waitangi Treaty while applying for a job? I believe that something's afoot and there's going to be cheating in the election in New Zealand this year. And let's face it, if they're asking about the Waitangi Treaty, potential employees, and they give the right answers to this woke and Maori panel, what are they going to be doing? Why do they want them type of people working in these type of places? Is because they know, i.e. the Maori Party, or Te Patu Māori, and Labour are intent on cheating because they know they're going to lose, Labour anyway.
And here's one way Labour is going to cheat. Now folks, One News never covers minor parties positively, but they did cover one party positively last week, 2 days in a row, and that's because Labour needs that party.
On the other side, this poll for a party like TOP is tough because when you're only getting 1% in our poll, it's harder to sell that to voters. For TOP, they are standing in the seat of Ilam, so it is a little bit different, but they're going to want to really capitalise on that extra attention they're getting over the next few weeks, particularly with those younger voters that they seem to be attracting.
As well as the big increase in vape stores, the number of young people vaping daily tripled between 2019 and 2021. Now Labour's trying to put the vaping genie back in the bottle.
But I don't want to see young New Zealanders taking up vaping at the rate that they are.
But we're generally supportive of that direction of travel.
But the Opportunities Party has a different idea.
So what we want to see is vaping products being restricted to pharmacies only. We want it to be accessible for people who want to use it as a smoking cessation tool, but also not readily available as a lifestyle product.
The Opportunities Party, the perfect coalition partner for Labour in a seat they're going to lose.
Okay, Janet, well, how much will Labor be hurting tonight?
Well, if these are the election results on October 14, it would be nothing short of a bloodbath in the Labor caucus, making some educated assumptions about electorate seats. These are the Labor MPs that are at risk of losing their jobs.
So this is a lady who is going to lose to this guy from National, or to this guy, Raf Manji, the leader of the Opportunities Party. So obviously Labor supporters are going to be told to vote for him. And we'll get another John Banks Epsom style cup of tea. One News keeps fawning over this guy from top, and that's by design, folks.
After a shock result in the Ilam electorate last election, when the previously solidly National seat fell to Labor, a lot of attention will be given to the red and blue battle for that seat in this election. But as Fena Owen explains, there is a local identity in the mix, backing himself to wrestle the seat from the two main contenders.
Ilam electorate. You'll find yourself landing right in it if you travel to Christchurch by plane. It's the country's second biggest airport and a big employer in the electorate in our second biggest city. Here's a trio who aren't interested in second place. Incumbent Ilam MP Labour's Sarah Pallett.
Yeah, she's lost already and Labor knows it.
National's Dr Hamish Campbell and Raf Manji for top are considered the main contenders to win in October. Ilam includes suburbs like Merivale, Fendleton, Riccarton and Burnside and is packed with variety.
We've got a lot of schools here. We've obviously got the university.
A lot of kind of rural land.
We have a lot of industrial manufacturing here as well.
We've got
This morning, top leader Raf Manji is at his regular haunt with members of Young Top and Older Top. In 2017, the former Christchurch City Councillor ran as an independent MP for Ilam, coming in second. But will voters give him the top job this time?
Well, essentially you've got a backbench MP from Labour or a backbench MP from National or the former city councillor for the ward who knows the issues. That's the choice. So I think I'm going to be a strong voice for Ilam and for Christchurch, and that's, I think, really what matters to the people here.
Is that your one? Yeah. The top camp, a party now averaging 1 to 2% in the polls, concedes that the only way into Parliament could be an Ilam win.
I'd say give your party vote to the party that you support and give your electorate vote to me.
Locally, Raf Manji wants to put the brakes on medium-density housing in the electorate. And then there are Top's broader goals.
Rebalancing the economy, investing in a fair tax system, investing in housing, investing in climate change.
All Labor Party policies. Yeah, now folks, if you look at Top's socialist policies, they align perfectly with Labor. They are high-taxing grifters that portray themselves as victims, just like the Maori Party does. Anyway, folks, I've posted all the relevant links below.